Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I am Kim Watkins. I will be your trainer for today, a Wednesday, but a level 2 difficulty workout. I'm so sorry if you've been waiting this week so far for a workout from me. My family and I got stranded with some problems getting home to New York City from our trip away for the weekend. So I've been away from my studio, but we're back. I hope you have been keeping up your routines. This is going to be kind of a marriage between a Monday and Tuesday routine, and tomorrow I'm going to issue 2 routines for the middle of the week. So go ahead and stand up. Let's warm up. We've got 2 warm-up moves for 30 seconds each. First is just a standing swim, but before you get started with that, do a simple postural systems check to make sure that your ears are over your shoulders, which means that your chest is open so that your shoulders are back. Lift your rib cage as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through the mouth. Very, very good. Okay, now bring your feet together. You want your feet touching here, and you want to grip your floor, no shoes. Grip your floor with all 4 corners of each foot. Stand up really tall, contract the muscles in your legs, contract your tummy muscles, and tuck in your tailbone. Now pretend that you are freestyle swimming through a pool in the Olympics. For 30 seconds, time starts now. This is a really good way to open up and warm up your back, your chest, your shoulders. It gives you really amazing awareness of your posture and the isometric contractions that you need to maintain in order to create a really efficient workout. When you're only spending 12, 13, 14 minutes exercising every day, which I hope you're now adopting that principle in terms of our recommendation, what you need to do is make the most of the time. So squeeze everything, and then you will increase your metabolism a little bit more. You'll use things a little better, and you'll acutely become more aware of the form that you have with each movement, and you'll make the most of each of those repetitions later on. Okay, now you're going to march in place with high knees. Go ahead and start lifting your knees up real slowly. You want to lift the knee up to hip level or just above that. Swing your arms forward and back. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing those tummy muscles. Focus on, you've got to kind of take your brain, put your brain inside the various parts of your body as you focus on them. There are so many moving parts here, right? So you've got to keep your back straight. You have to keep your shoulders back and your chest high. You want to keep your tummy muscles engaged. You want to grip your floor with the connecting foot, in this case, one foot and then the other. So many things to think about, but really just take your time and focus on each of those components for the next couple of seconds. We're going to do some half jacks, or if you're feeling sprightly enough, you can do a full jumping jack, but we're going to do some jumping as the first move of the targeted work that we're going to be doing this week. Okay, and let's go ahead and get started with those. So with jumping jacks, or half jacks as it were, if you're going to do a half jack, you're just going to lift your arms up halfway, and you're only going to open your feet about halfway. That's the sole 2 differences. With full jumping jacks, of course, you open up your feet to about double shoulder width apart, and your hands lift up completely around and touch at the top, okay? So go ahead and get started. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Remember to keep your knees slightly bent and to land lightly on the balls of your feet. This is for shock absorption. This is why everyone should be able to do a little bit of jumping. You, of course, need to speak to your doctor before you begin or sustain any exercise program, but if you don't have a significant orthopedic condition that prevents you from exercising somewhat moderately or slightly more intensely, then adding jumping to your workouts is super, super important. And you're done. Okay, now plant your feet shoulder width apart. We're going to do a standard squat. So you want to shift your weight to your heels. You want to sit down and back into an imaginary chair without letting your knees go past the tips of your toes. Now pause at the bottom. This is very important. Pause at the bottom. Take a second and refocus yourself, because as you switch directions, you squeeze your glutes. Lift up slowly by pressing your heels into the floor. Nice. Do that again. Inhale on your way down. Pause. somewhat curled, somewhat straight, but curl a little bit. Squeeze your tummy muscles, put your hands on the floor, and walk out to push-up position. Keep your feet in one spot. After a pause, walk your hands right back, bend the knees a little bit, and then stand all the way up. Okay, that's it. It's called a walk-out plank. And you're about 10 seconds in. You're doing great. Don't forget to continue with that breathing pattern of in through your nose and out through your mouth. Very, very important. You've got about 8 seconds left. These will become walkout push-ups tomorrow. And we'll do some other fun stuff for later in the week. 5 more seconds. Finish the one that you're on, and then you can actually end up on the floor because we're going to do some push-ups next. Modified push-ups. Now you're on your knees if you're doing the modified version, which is completely a regulation push-up. It is just a slightly less challenging push-up. And if you do them on your knees actually, or the thigh makes a 45-degree angle with the floor. So you're not actually balancing on your knee cap, but rather at the bottom part of your thigh. All right. And bend the elbows, lowering the body as you inhale. Press up and exhale at the same time. Move with control. And your time is going. Now make sure that you don't let gravity drag your body down. You move slowly, focusing on the contractions, not the contraction of the bicep and the shoulder, but really just focus on controlling the movement. That negative resistance is so beneficial to you. And you've got 10 more seconds. So you've got maybe 3 more to do and you'll be done. We're going to flip over next, get you into a hip bridge, and go ahead and flip over at this point. You lie down on your back, bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, shoulder width apart, and make sure that your pinky toes and heels are in line. Your hands are down by your sides. Lift your hips up into the air, and this we just call a suspended hip bridge. You're just going to hang out for 30 seconds. Time starts now. Breathe. Really focus on how your body connects with your floor, because you probably have a stronger side, so you might be putting a little more weight on your right side if you're right-handed typically. Also, your toes might want to start coming up off the floor, and that puts more pressure on your back, so grip the floor with all 4 corners of each foot. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Okay, now keep your feet exactly where they are, but bring your hands behind your head. Now I want you to envision in your head, that you have a string wrapped around your sternum. The last move we're going to do before we take a break is called a bent knee crunch. So take a deep breath in, draw those tummy muscles in, your navel towards your spine, and lift straight up. Look at your ceiling or look up at the sky if by some miracle you're already outside this morning, which would be fantastic. You lift straight up and then slowly pause at the top, then slowly lower back down. Time starts now. This is the bent knee crunch. We'll move right out of this move, stand back up and take a quick break, and then we'll begin the second set, which we call the flow set. And in the flow set, we're going to move exercise to exercise without any downtime. Tongue-tied, I get sometimes when I hear on the radio, but that's okay. I think you got it, and you're doing great. Don't worry about the number of crunches you're doing. We're just trying to keep you moving, keep you focused on the squeeze of that abdominal cavity, and then the negative resistance as you head back down. 3 seconds more. Terrific. Okay, stand back up for me. We're going to do the half jacks first in 10 seconds, so take a couple of deep breaths. Have a sip of water quickly. Half jacks or jumping jacks coming up in 3 seconds. 2, 1, and go. These are your jumping jacks or half jacks. You're keeping your back straight. You're squeezing those tummy muscles again. Totally focus on control of your limbs. I see so many wet noodle arms when I see people do these face-to-face. So, or via the Skype training that we do at InShape Fitness. So it is just not good. You want to control every micro movement. And if you are picking up those arms, you're controlling the arms on the way back down, right? Okay, Now plant your feet shoulder width apart. Make sure your pinky toes and heels are in line. You're sitting down and back into your imaginary chair. Time starts now for your squat. Keep it going. I know you want to stop. This is one of the reasons why people don't get very effective workouts and they end up having to spend so much time exercising, is because they stop between exercises and rest. Let your heart rate get back down to normal or close to normal, and you never kind of get the momentum going that you need in order to really blast through the barrier of becoming a metabolic machine where you can, consume foods that you want and you can feel good and function well, and your 30 seconds of squats is up. We're going right to the walkout plank now. So squat all the way down, put your hands on the floor, walk out to push-up position, then walk all the way back, stand all the way back up. Time is going. This is the walkout plank. From here, we're going to the modified push-ups. You'll be out of here in 13 and a half minutes, or maybe 14 if I get verbose again. Keep breathing. Keep your butt down. When you get down to a plank, make sure you get to a plank. You want to feel the abdominal contraction happen, and it's an automatic one. So once you're in that position, you should feel it trigger and then reverse directions. That's what gets your heart rate up. 5 seconds. Okay, finish the one that you're on, and now we're doing those push-ups. So lean down, knees on the floor, making a 45-degree angle between the thigh and the floor, and time starts now for your push-ups. So keep those elbows close to your body as you bend the elbows and lower your body down, and inhale and then exhale as you push back up. You can do this. Just push through it. You've got another minute left, a little more than a minute, and you will be set for the rest of the day. Good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, flip that body over into your hip bridge, the suspended hip bridge. All right, make sure the pinky toes and heels are in line once again. Your knees are bent, your hips are up in the air. Time starts now for your hip bridge. Coming up on 13 minutes. You are doing so well, and this is a sufficient amount of time. If you've gone through this exercise routine with me and you have made a very cognizant choice to eat well today and to not sit around completely. You need to get up from your desk once an hour. You need to take the stairs whenever you can. You need to walk around a little bit. Don't eat dinner late. Don't eat carbs late. Smart stuff. And this type of workout is all you need. It's all I do. Absolutely. Okay, last move. Bent knee crunch. So bring your hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in. Lift up. That last 30 seconds is going. Very nice. So we are going midway into July here. The next couple of days of this particular week, we're going to double up on things in order to sort of get you back into the groove that we need to make it to the weekend with a very strong attitude and really positive sense of your body and of your exercise life. I mean, it shouldn't be your life, but there has to be a component of it in your life in order for you to enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I thank you for taking it, and I'm Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness. If you have any questions about this workout or any of the moves, let me know. I'm at inshape-fitness.com, and I'll be back tomorrow with another new workout. The level 3 and 4 workouts tomorrow on Thursday. Have a great day.